unmarried British soldier has finally been buried in the Netherlands almost 70 years after he was killed in action in the Second World War. The 19-year-old was laid to rest today at a Commonwealth War Cemetery near Arnhem. It took years of scientific analysis to identify Private Lewis Curtis, whose remains were only found in 2003. From Arnhem, Rob Olver reports.
In the autumn of 1944, the Dutch city of Arnhem was where the Allies launched Operation Market Garden, an airborne offensive that was supposed to take them swiftly across the Rhine and into Nazi Germany. Instead, a combination of bad weather, supply and reinforcement problems and stiff German resistance led to heavy losses. One of those killed was 19-year-old Private Lewis Curtis of 5th Battalion the Wiltshire Regiment. Today, almost 7 decades later, he was finally laid to rest at the Arnhem Oosterbeek War Cemetery. His remains, missing since the Second World War, were discovered at a building site near Arnhem in 2003, although it took many years more to confirm their identity. This week, Private Curtis's surviving relatives were shown where he fell.
Well, it's like this incredible feeling to actually think that he's, fought his way up through Normandy. And this is where he fell. It's quite very emotional.
We've heard so much about Uncle Lewis, and to actually be here now is just
overwhelming, really.
It is, yeah. We can't believe it.
No.
Today, Private Curtis, who came from Cornwall, received a full military funeral. Soldiers from 5th Battalion the Rifles, modern-day successors to the Wiltshire Regiment, provided the honour guard.
It's honouring a sacrifice in a very, very difficult time, fighting a very difficult and complex battle. And so we're honouring that personal sacrifice made by Private Curtis, but also for a regiment. It's important for us to honour people from regiments that are part of our history. And it's important for us to allow the family to finally say goodbye after 68 years to their loved ones.
For members of Private Lewis Curtis's family, today's funeral was an occasion they thought they would never see.
It's a bit of a rollercoaster ride actually in the last 3 days. To see his coffin as well, it's very emotional.
Today was especially memorable for one 5 Rifles soldier. Private Curtis was his great-uncle.
It's just really weird to just even be here, to be honest. I just didn't think it would ever happen. And it's just so nice that, it's happened. Just to finally have closure.
Private Lewis Curtis now rests with almost 1,700 other Allied troops who died at Arnhem. As his headstone testifies, a brave Cornishman whose light still shines in the hearts of his family. Rob Olver, Forces News, Oosterbeek in the Netherlands.